Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristen McCary, and I'm here with your host,
Janine Corcoran, broker for Corcoran Connect, a real estate company.
And it is that time of the month again. We are getting ready to head into August when we're recording this. And so let's talk about what's going on in August.
Yeah, so some good stuff going on.
Yeah, and probably the biggest thing, the most notable thing is going to be back to school.
Yeah.
You know, schools start August 10th. And then...
What day of the week is that?
That's a Wednesday.
Interesting.
It's always so weird. We always start on a weird day of the week. I don't get it, but it all shakes out in the end, and we get the right number of days, and they get us out for like Memorial Day usually. So, but we are doing open houses. So open houses are coming up. Starting with the high school open houses, they are going on Friday, August 5th. All high schools in Osceola County have open house from 4 to 7 p.m. And our incoming freshman orientation, the new student orientation for Harmony High School is on August 2nd. They have two sessions at 8:30 and 1:30. They'll also do like schedule changes and stuff like that for the incoming freshmen that day. So that's in addition to open house. So
you're going to bring Olivia?
I'm going to have to, yeah. Funny enough, we actually come back from vacation that day. So we're like going to drive from Treasure Island back to go to open house.
So you're going to do the afternoon one?
The afternoon one, yeah.
If I was a student, I want to do the 8 a.m. one. So when you make schedule changes, you have more choices in the afternoon.
Right. Oh, for sure. I'm sure. But, it is what it is.
She'll do fine.
Yeah. At the time of this recording, St. Cloud actually just had theirs this past week. So you missed the freshman orientation for St. Cloud High School if you go to St. Cloud High School.
So it's interesting. They do the open houses the same time, all the high schools, all the middle schools,
Correct.
all the elementary, but yet their orientations are different. I'm surprised
Correct.
they did that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. They're going to, St. Cloud High School is releasing their schedules on July 27th. And then their schedule change days are different depending on what class you're in. So if you're freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, they have different days that you can do schedule changes there. So you can check out all those dates on Facebook. St. Cloud High School posts those online. You can find all those dates there. For Harmony High School, though, they are doing August 2nd, which is a Wednesday as well. No, I take that back. It's a Tuesday. August 2nd, Tuesday, August 2nd, 8:30 and 1:30 for incoming freshmen. And then, of course, open house on Friday, August 5th. And I've been told that I have to get there really early for open house because they want to make sure that they get their choice of Harmony High swag. They want to go, they got to get the first choice of hoodies because if we go at like 5 or 6 o'clock, then they've all been picked over.
That's right.
And they can't, it's priorities. So I'm going to be standing in line at like 3 o'clock.
Listen, just tell Olivia I'll go to the 8 o'clock orientation
and tell her what she
and
missed.
take pictures of the swag that's available.
Right.
And say, which one do you want? Which one do you want?
I wonder if they'll sell it there. That's a good point.
Oh, they're not selling it?
I don't know. They always sell it at open house, and open house is on the 5th.
Oh,
for the
okay,
high schools.
okay.
Okay, so then moving on for the younger kids, the middle schools and K through 8 schools have open house on Monday, August 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. So if you're a middle school or if you're a K-8 school, it's 4 to 7.
At the same exact time, they're doing both those, middle and...
Right. If it's a K-8 school, it gets lumped in with the middle school.
Okay.
And then...
So that's Harmony. Harmony falls in that. Oh, no, they're not K-8 anymore. That's right.
They're elementary now. I know. So so Harmony Middle School, St. Cloud Middle School, I mean, any of the middle schools or any K-8 schools are going to be Monday, August 8th from 4 to 7. And then Tuesday, August 9th, the night before school starts, all the elementary schools will have open house from 3 to 6 p.m. So that's all our little guys. They go the night before. And then school starts on Wednesday, the 10th.
Oh, wow.
And then it's happy Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and it's a new year.
That's our motto for the year.
and then we're
cool
over.
Halloween, Kristen.
Yeah.
Okay, just get used to it, folks. Sorry if we keep repeating ourselves. It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good.
So that's exciting. But there's still a sliver of summer left. So what kind of events do we have going on?
A little bit. It was interesting because during the summer, St. Cloud, it seemed like we were repeating the same events because they were consistent.
Right.
And now that August, it's changed up a little bit. So on August 4th, it's called Thrive Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30 in the evening at Hopkins Park, which is on 17th Street. From healthy cooking demos to the perfect exercise routine, attend to find the best path to a healthier and happier you. And it's sponsored and facilitated by Help Against Hunger, East Osceola.
That's very nice. Listen,
That's very nice. We won't be going.
I could stand to
should
go.
be going.
I could stand to go. It's funny because usually back to school is a great time for us to like reset our eating habits
Yes.
because
Summertime, you just all over.
I can't tell you. I've exhausted all the fast food options in St. Cloud and the restaurants and this summer. So I'm looking.
Well, let me just say,
our
our in the community of Harmony, for those Harmony folks that are listening, our restaurant has temporarily, hear the word temporarily closed.
Right.
And it is killing me. I eat up there 3 nights a week. I don't want to drive back into St. Cloud.
I know.
And so I have this at-home meal service that I deliver. And I actually, it's been fun. I have to watch the sodium on that. But it's like you had to pay for an oven and then you scan the card with the recipe and it goes beep and it starts cooking. It's so cool. Literally, I can make dinner in 15 minutes.
It reminds me of like Back to the Future when they go to the future and they have all those fancy kitchen doodads or whatever.
And the best part is, I when I open the fridge, they come in these little boxes, like the salmon and the meat are separate, but they come in little boxes. And on the box, which is the card that has instructions, it says like what it is. So Bill's like, "What's for dinner?" And I was like, "Your choice, open the fridge." And he looks and he's like, "Okay, I'll have this tonight." And he pulls it out, which is great. It's like we have separate meals, because he still eats meat. But but anyway, so
that's funny.
That's my life right
now. I
now.
know. And listen, first world problems though, right? Yeah. Like that's terrible that, but I could definitely use with Stan to eat better. I don't know if I'll go to the Thrive Thursday event, but that's great that they have it. August 6th, it's a Saturday from 11 to 1. There's a back to school event at Staples Plaza, hosted by A Hero for Kids. It's free. It's the 4th annual one. St. Cloud families will be able to register for free backpacks and school supplies. And last year they registered over 400 families, distributed over 700 backpacks at the event, and ultimately gave over 1,000 backpacks filled with school supplies. So that's a really cool event that they do at A Hero for Kids and supporting the community.
And there's a same event, actually very similar name, Back to School Bash, and that's with the Parks and Recreation. That's the same day. You can go there from 10 to 2, so it starts an hour earlier. You pre-register with the St. Cloud Parks and Recreation, and that's on 17th Street at Hopkins Park, and same thing.
That's awesome.
Given away. And last month, Helping Hands, Kira.
Yes.
She had a big event that we helped her with, same type of thing. So I didn't even realize all that was going on. But you got to get the word out.
And there is a big need for it in the community. So it's great because, listen, everything's gone up, right? Like everything's gone up. And so I don't know about how many families have actually started the back to school process, but I'm curious to see what our back to school bill is this year compared to last, Great. Thankfully, Rachel does 90% of her classes online, and she's not, she doesn't really need stuff. So that helps. Like I don't have to do that, but Olivia's going to be in high school. So now we got, 7 classes we got to fill stuff for. So
do they still give out computers in the school?
They do. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's funny because at least in the Harmony schools, if you were returning to that same school this school year, you kept your device, which I think is a terrible idea. Because like my kid would like lose it.
Right.
Like we've already lost the charger a couple of times. Thankfully we found them eventually. But so Olivia, because she's coming into high school, she had to return her middle school device and she picks up a high school one.
Are they Apple products?
No.
Oh.
No, they're like
HP.
And no, I think they're Dell.
Yeah. No, Dells aren't bad.
No, not at all. Oh, are you kidding? These two would love to have Apple products. No. No.
I have a nice iPad.
No. Then you still can't do all the things you want to do on.
I purposely got on my iPad last night because I'm using my iPad just to scroll through and,
Yeah. You should bring that instead. You can use that to scroll and we'll sit up at an angle.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. We were just talking about how we don't like looking down.
Yeah, because I feel like I need to put my paper like this.
Yeah.
But I could have this all on my iPad.
Yep. And then I could have it on the computer. It'd be really convenient.
Oh, okay. Next time.
Next time. That's what we're going to do. So anyway, so that's the August 6th. There's 2 great events. And of course, that's the last weekend before school starts. So that's cool. And then August 11th, it's a Thursday at 6:30. If you're a resident of the city of St. Cloud, there's a city council meeting.
Yep.
And those are really important to attend. You know, I know a lot of people like to complain about a lot of things, but then don't get involved. So this is your chance. Go to the city council meetings.
Yep.
Hear what's going on, you know,
Right
get your
there,
first-hand knowledge.
Building A and third floor.
Right. Yep. And just go down and be a part of the solution.
Oh, I got a good one. I get the next one. I love this one. Yay! I posted this on Facebook already. If you're getting married anytime soon, on August 14th, it's a Sunday from 1 to 4, the Ranch at St. Cloud is a wedding expo and open house event. So this is at the Ranch at St. Cloud, which is on Jones Road. And I already tagged Lauren and she said, I'm working.
I saw that. Listen, we could bring her bridal party instead. We're still looking for a venue for that bridal party, for the bridal shower.
Yeah. We should go.
So we should go. We should go. Well, we don't do anything, clearly.
Yeah. Well, I normally do open houses on Sunday. I'll just have to mark the 14th as get someone to substitute.
Yeah, exactly.
Or do it Saturday.
So that's a great event.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really cool. And I haven't seen the Ranch at St. Cloud, their wedding of their venue.
I went to a wedding there.
Did you?
Yeah. I went to Isaiah's wedding there.
Is it
Sarah's.
outdoor?
So no, it's like a barn, but they do have an outdoor covered area, you know,
cool.
and then they have a beautiful, big old tree, you know, kind of like where Lauren's getting married, you know,
Right.
but smaller.
Right.
The ranch is big, but
Right.
just the area for the wedding. So it's nice.
Yeah.
Everything's right there. Yeah.
So you're saying if she had a smaller wedding, we could have done it here.
No. Just really what I was referring to is both places have the big giant oak tree, except the place where Lauren picked, which was October Oaks, has a longer pathway to get there.
Okay.
This one, the tree is very close to the barn.
Right.
So it's like, you know, you set up as many chairs as you want, and then you turn around and you're right there, and there's the covered part, and then there's a barn. It's like everything's right
Compact,
there.
yeah.
Compact.
Yeah.
But the area itself is gigantic. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to go. I would just love to go. I'm not getting married, but
I know.
just
Let's go. Listen, I'm really like slacking on this matron of honor duties. You know, it's been a rough summer. But yeah, that's great. So that's that is August 14th on a Sunday, August 17th on a Wednesday from 12:30 to 4. There's an adult movie matinee. They're showing The Irishman, starring Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. It's rated R, but that's at the Community Center on 17th Street. I love that movie.
Oh,
Who picked it?
no. Who's going to a movie at 12:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday?
Well, it's an adult matinee. So maybe it's retired folks.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They could enjoy.
I'm just like going, why do they make it Friday night and
Right.
or Saturday night, you know? But anyway.
They probably have some kind of event for families or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Man.
That's true. I was just like, that's a strange time for me. But
Yeah.
you're right. Maybe our seniors in St. Cloud look forward to that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? The Irishman?
yeah, love it.
Yep.
Love both those actors.
Yep. All
And
right.
then I have the same day at 3 p.m. St. Cloud Code Enforcement meeting, if you care to go. St. Cloud City Hall, again, Building A on the third floor.
Awesome. And then August 23rd, Tuesday, 8 to 9 a.m., Woman to Woman Connection at the St. Cloud Chamber of Commerce. It's on New York Ave.
I couldn't get much information on that. The post that they had the new date, but an old post, who the speaker was. So I'm assuming they have some kind of speaker there, but I couldn't
Right.
find info on it. It was hard.
Okay. But that would be cool to go to. A great little networking
Oh,
event.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then it's my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. 8/27, Saturday from 10 to 12. This is kind of neat. Operation Nerf Battle at the community center. So kids, bring your gear and get ready to nerf. So that's Saturday, August 27th, starting at 10.
That's awesome. And one of our, we live out in Harmony, and one of our Harmony residents has actually been doing random Nerf battles on Friday nights for
That's
the kids in
Paula?
Harmony.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I thought that
I'm
was
glad
really
they do
cool.
that.
But that's awesome that they're doing it in St. Cloud too. I keep trying to get Olivia to go. So a couple of years ago, our neighbor was totally into Nerf and he like bought Olivia this like giant machine gun Nerf gun.
Oh,
And
let's
I'm
just
like-
name the neighbor, okay?
Yeah, it was Rick Kirsch. We love you, Rick. But anyway, so he bought her this giant so that they could have Nerf battles, and she doesn't hardly use it anymore. But I'm always like, you could go down there and totally kick everybody's butt. She's got like a whole big bag of little Nerf bullets, and you know, so I'm sure it's a lot of fun. But that sounds like really cool because Operation Nerf Battle at the community center. I can only imagine. We're not talking like the little pot of people in St. Cloud. We're talking like
I know.
a lot of people. So
Yeah. And again, I don't, I do a lot of searching, different websites, different Facebooks. The amount of information that is spread out, and never is all the information in one spot.
No, not at all.
And that's one of the reasons why we decided to do it, is so hopefully, people will listen. And I always keep the list inside the office so that, actually, that's a great thing that we should put on our Google page. It's just community events for the month.
Right.
And then post them.
Right. Do a little calendar, every week, and you can kind of post the events and show them. That'd be great. And then, of course, can't forget to mention the monthly market in downtown St. Cloud. I don't know how far along construction will be by the end of the month.
Still there. I was there yesterday.
I know. It's really quite inconvenient for all the businesses downtown and people getting to those businesses. But please continue to go out and support those businesses.
Absolutely.
They're absolutely awesome. They do a lot of great things, and it's not their fault that the city is putting bricks in for the downtown center. So,
but it's going to come and probably be finished in cool weather and things like that. Which
It'll
would be nice.
make it nice out there
in time for their Christmas event.
Right, which has got to be really big.
Yeah.
And so that's it's typically the last Wednesday of every month, which would fall on August 31st, from 5 to 9 p.m. But you can follow the St. Cloud Monthly Market on Instagram and Facebook just to make sure. They haven't put that date out yet, but it's always the last Wednesday of the month. So I imagine it's on the 31st.
Yeah, because it's 5 Wednesdays in August.
Yep.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, that's all we have, right?
Yep. And so if you have any other events that you know of that you want us to share, go ahead and comment down below, send us a message, give us a call. You can email us at discoverstcloud@gmail.com or give us a call at 1-844-St. Cloud. That's STCLOUD. Yep. And thanks so much for joining, guys, and we'll see you.